Hello and welcome. This is Sarah Peternell with Family Nutrition Services. I wanted to share with you guys some information about staying well during cold and flu season. I get this question a lot this time of year. It's back to school and the kiddos are bringing home germs. And if you have an autoimmune disease, if you have Hashimoto's, there's a pretty good chance that you are slightly concerned that that one early season cold or respiratory infection could really lay you out for the rest of the winter. I know because I've been there. One of the things about a wonky immune system, as I like to call it, in autoimmune disease is that it's so busy destroying and attacking tissue in the body that it shouldn't be doing, that it's actually not real effective at preventing the types of infections that we want the immune system to go after. So I'm talking about things like bacteria and viruses, pathogens, sometimes other things in the digestive system such as parasites, fungus, etc. But today I'm specifically talking about infections that are commonly related to this time of year with changes in the seasons, changes in the weather, changes in the amount of daylight that we experience each day. And because I get this question so often, I've actually written a blog post about it. You can check this out on my website, sarahpeternell.com. There's a link to it down in the pinned comments. So check that out for some of the more specifics. But one of the nutrients that I wanted to specifically talk about today is actually magnesium for keeping your immune system strong and healthy. You know, we typically think about vitamin C, of course, right? Who hasn't for ages and ages? And also more commonly vitamin D. But I want to talk to you about magnesium and its role that it plays with the lungs and the respiratory system. So if you're taking magnesium, you know that it helps to relax your muscles. It can help with recovery after exercise, and it can help to combat stress. So if you're feeling really, tight and tense, taking magnesium, one of the benefits is that it helps to relax smooth muscle tissue. So for just a second, think about the benefits that this has for your digestive system as well. Helps you go poop. So it helps by relaxing the digestive muscles, the ones that we can't control, the ones that are inside, and that has some benefits on muscles that we can't feel or see. The same is true about your lungs. So your lungs are also smooth tissue and connective tissue, and they also rely on a steady source of magnesium in order to properly filter any airborne pathogens that we take in just in contact with people who may be coughing or sneezing or just being exposed even to certain environmental allergens. Our sinuses, our respiratory system, including the lungs and the bronchial passageways, these are all tissues that benefit from a nice source of magnesium. Magnesium has been shown to help the lungs be a stronger and more adequately prepared organ when it comes to these types of infections and illnesses. So I was reading the other day about some research just on magnesium studies in cold and flu prevention, and that got me excited thinking about how easy it is to take magnesium, how readily available it is, all of the different forms of magnesium that you can take, and it's suitable for all ages, and it's just a great part of a foundation nutrition plan. The other thing is that sometimes when a person has deficiencies in magnesium, they may actually also have some issues with histamine, and histamine is the component of the immune system that gets activated and can overreact when there are too many antagonists in the immune system. So histamine can actually be elevated due to, again, environmental triggers. So, when you think about taking an antihistamine, you're actually taking that to lower the histamine that you may be having to, say, pollens or trees, weeds, mold, pet dander, etc. But also histamine can rise from certain foods as well. And so when you combine the seasonal changes of going from summer into fall or fall into winter, where there's a lot of changes to environmental allergens, plus the magnesium deficiency, which may cause some improper immunity in the respiratory system, you pretty much have a perfect storm. So what I want you to know is that you can strengthen your immune system, you can strengthen your respiratory system, and you can prepare your lungs to be well equipped to fight off come what may this season by taking a daily dose of magnesium. Now, your particular dose probably depends on a lot of things. It depends on maybe other reasons that you might be taking magnesium, because different types of magnesiums do different things. Generally speaking, the safest one that I think is kind of a good broad use of magnesium is magnesium glycinate. This one tends to not be upsetting to the digestive system, and it's also really easy for both older people and children to take with no side effects. Sometimes a magnesium citrate that you can find in the health food store or in the drugstore, which is really similar to some of the magnesium laxatives, has that same effect, meaning that it can be a little bit too stimulating or aggressive in the digestive system. So that smooth muscle relaxation, which can be beneficial in some cases, might also be too much. So magnesium glycinate is a great magnesium format for you to try. And I would probably say just start slow with maybe 1 to 200 milligrams per day, and then you can work up from there. Some other benefits that you might find you also get from taking magnesium would be improved relaxation and sleep, as I mentioned earlier. You may also find that you have fewer headaches, that you have improved concentration, memory, and mood, as magnesium is also a very good support for the nervous system. And if you have any hormonal imbalances, whether it's considering for fertility, postnatal hormonal imbalance concerns, perimenopausal or menopausal, you may also be interested in taking a magnesium supplement to help with combating some of the hormonal complaints that people commonly would maybe experience. So again, just on the cold and flu season, I have a whole article. It doesn't include magnesium, but it's a bunch of other great tips that can help you. I wanted to share this information with you today about magnesium. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching this video. I have lots of other videos. I have lots of other great tips for you and for your family, so check those out. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share these videos if you know someone else who has an autoimmune disease or has Hashimoto's or is looking to stay well this winter. All right, take care. Talk to you soon.